welcome to another edition of my Tulane Dynasty. As we will be taking on the LSU Tigers here in our first game of the second season in this series. Said in the beginning, that I really wanted to play LSU pretty much on a yearly basis. Trying to take over Louisianna. That's kind of the big stick of this. I want to be the premier program there. So taking a trip to LSU this year, we'll see what happens as far as next year. Maybe play them every other year, something like that. But I pretty much want to play them every year. So we advanced to week one. So first we'll start off with the with scores from week 0. We had Kansas by 1 point over Fresno State, Washington State over SMU, Notre Dame beat Syracuse, USC beat Ole Miss, and Stanford beat Hawaii. And we'll kind of just give a brief overview of our team and then move over to theirs. We went 11-3 last year, finished up 16th in the country, ranked 25th heading into this season. Got a lot of returning guys. Starting off at quarterback here, Ty Thompson had a good year last year, a little too turnover prone, had a couple of really bad games when it comes to that. But really like what he brings to the table. He was an all-conference player, definitely expecting that to repeat. Got Mekhi Hughes, running back of the year last year, super player, the focal point, of the offense. Shady Clayton Johnson behind him was exceptional last year as well, was also a top 10 running back in college football. Arnold Barnes is a good third back there. Maybe see Cornish from time to time, and then we're trying to redshirt our 2 freshmen that we brought in. Wide receiver, off-season episode, we brought in a couple of really, really high-impact, immediate starter transfers. And one of them is Alec Ayamanor. Came over from Stanford, has been really productive, had a big freshman season. This sophomore year here that you see, not a big passing offense for the Cardinal, but, had a really good year. 8 touchdowns, 600 plus yards. Thinking is a great compliment to what we have here in Mario Williams, who comes back for his senior year. Absolutely tore it up. Broke the school record in receiving yards and was close on the touchdowns and receptions. Hughes was kind of the focal point of the offense. I would definitely say that Mario Williams was the second focal point of the offense. And Manor now is a guy that, I'm going to find ways to get the ball to. He's going to operate as the number 1 wide receiver. Mario Williams then can, avoid the press more than what he did last year. Kyle Manor's better, in the spec catch, better getting off press with his release, better at the catching traffic, so he really fits that role in what I typically do on offense better than Williams does. Preston will operate out of the slot with Preen and Mbanasser as the guys after them. Ballman is back as our starter. Gunter, who was also our number 2 tight end last year, is back. Do got a young guy here in Myrtle who didn't play any last year, but could maybe get involved. We are redshirting the freshman that we brought in this past class in Balcasoon. Left tackle Derek Graham is actually going to be playing right tackle for us because the biggest transfer portal guy that we got, if it's not Manor, is going to be Emory Jones, who actually came over from LSU, who we are playing in this episode. Second highest rated overall player, on the team, was the 4th guy in the number 4 guy in the transfer portal. Just excellent player. We've really had a hole there at tackle. Huge to get him there. So Graham is technically going to be playing left tackle. Hurst will be playing left guard. We have a new starter at center here in Gabe Fortson, and a new starter at right guard in Dominic Stewart. So 2 young guys there as building blocks in the middle of the offensive line. Unfortunately, while we may have Manor for 2 years is what I'm hoping, Emory Jones is a 1-year starter. It's a rental, but it's the kind of impact guy that really can make a difference. We had a great offensive line last year. Only got sacked like 8 or 9 times, something like that, the entire season. So having him here to replace the guys that we lost on the offensive line will definitely help. So the second biggest, or third, I guess, biggest transfer portal guy here was Quincy Wiggins, who will be operating as a pass rusher and a starter for us along the defensive line. Transfers over from Colorado after a 14 sack season. Now, only 4 tackles for loss. But if you watch the offseason episode, we lost, almost our entire sack production, really and truly. So, including the Heisman Trophy winner, Angelo Anderson, Aiden Huntington, Tyler Grubbs. I mean, lost a ton of sacks. So probably 40-ish without adding it up. Um, Wiggins really fits as a guy that could potentially, really help us as a pass rusher in replacing them. He's got 86 power moves, really good strength. I think he is an immediate major impact player, and we should have him for multiple years. Uh, Starting alongside him from a rushing perspective is definitely going to be Michael Lunds. Deshaun Batiste is probably going to get some looks. J.J. Hawkins is a senior guy that we got in the transfer from Marshall. Really just a depth guy, but we needed some bodies there along the line. Fobbs White will also get some pass rush responsibilities here and there with Cade Olson as well. So kind of like what we have there at the end spots. I think it's a high upside thing without a superstar. So Wiggins is the closest thing we have to kind of feel pretty for sure is going to be successful because he's already been successful. But definitely looking forward to seeing how him and Lunds, who doesn't have the power moves but is a good finesse move rusher, but I'm expecting Wiggins to be a monster for us this year. Defensive tackle, Cameron Hamilton, Adonis Freelo here. So Hamilton's going to be more of the run stuffer guy, but as we move into our nickel pass rush packages, definitely going to be using Adonis here more. Got a really good power move, so he's just a better, slightly better pass rusher than Hamilton is. Whereas Hamilton's a little bit better as far as the block shedding and being more of a run stopper. But really looking forward to the upside of both these guys as well. Hamilton should be back again next year. Move to linebackers, we got John Claude Joseph. He's the only listed left outside linebacker we have. Got Mekhi Williams, who played a lot last year, but was not like a sub linebacker for us. He's not great in coverage, but that's okay because we brought in a star development 4-star linebacker here in Elijah Kilgo, who is somebody I debated trying to redshirt because behind him we do have Eugene Jr., who could have probably been utilized as a sub linebacker for us, or maybe bring up Despani maybe. But Eugene, is the player that had 4 tackles last year and had 4 interceptions. 4 tackles, 4 interceptions. So really good in pass coverage, but I'm super excited about Kilgo. There's no reason to waste it. I see him as potentially being a 3-and-done type player with that star development or impact development, sorry. So we're going to go ahead and use him. A little undersized, maybe, but I think he's going to be somebody that I can really utilize. I mean, he's an excellent athlete. I think he's going to be a great user. But the other, sub linebacker package we have for passing downs is definitely going to be Chris Rogers, a 92 speed, 6'2", 216-pound linebacker. He's perfect for the off-ball play in space. Had a really good year last year. Was a major part of that already. Was there with Jesus Machado a lot as a sub linebacker. Behind him, we have Dixon Agu and Cortland Washington, a freshman that I'm going to try to get on the field a little bit. We are trying to redshirt this linebacker who Brian Eldenrecamp has star development. So I'm really worried kind of what his skill set is going to end up being for us because he doesn't have the pass rush and he doesn't have the pass coverage, right? He's a run stopper, tendency linebacker. So what I'm hoping is one of these things for him really develops over the next couple of years. With the star development, he should be somebody that really jumps in overall. But trying to get him a redshirt year to kind of see whatever he becomes. That's the thing. So he was a gem. He was somebody I was excited to bring in, but wasn't sure where exactly he would end up fitting. In today's landscape of college football, A guy that's strictly a run stopper, how valuable is he going to be? There's value in that, but you need a guy that can play in space. He's a pretty good athlete, so maybe if I'm using him, he would end up being okay. But, if I'm playing the other sub linebacker and then he's in zone coverage and he struggles, or if he can't rush the passer. So, not really sure what his eventual impact on this roster is going to be. But with that development, I'm expecting a way for him to find a role. It just depends on whichever one he kind of grows into. But yeah, super excited. My sub linebackers are definitely going to be Kilgo and Chris Rogers. Cornerback room ended up being interesting because my number 2 cornerback last year, DK Magruder, didn't really progress. A lot of these guys jumped him. Lewis, Smith, and Ivory all jumped him, and overall, Tillery was already our number 1, and Tillery didn't really grow that much despite having a good season. But, accidentally, I didn't even know that was, I don't even know what button I pressed to bring that up. Let me, if I can figure out what I'm doing here. Trying to sort it by, yeah, so for sorting this by zone coverage, Altus Smith has the highest. Magruder has the second highest. I almost strictly run zone defenses. I'm a bend but don't break kind of guy. Don't really send a whole lot of pressure. Call some man here and there if teams are really trying to hit us with the RPOs. But we'll find ways to get Magruder on the field. Alton Smith, I'm also going to try to find creative ways to get on the field. But I really want to play Lewis. He's the fastest player on the defense. Good athleticism. He's pretty good man coverage guy, but I'm looking for that explosiveness and show that he could make some plays. But if I'm noticing him struggling, what I'm probably going to end up doing is moving Altus up to my number 2 with that zone coverage, and then moving Magruder maybe in the slot. Maybe I do the opposite or whatever, but those guys also have really good size. We'll just kind of have to pay attention to what Lewis is doing. It may be something I just have to go back and watch, see what I want to do there. Free safety. The other big transfer we got, Brylan Green, comes over from Texas A&M, I believe. Liberty, excuse me. Had a good year for them. Was a starter. 60 tackles, just 2 picks, but then did have a deflection. He's going to be an instant starter. Trying to redshirt these 2 4-star free safeties. We'll see if that ends up working out. Behind Green, we do have Jack Chinochu. And then Caleb Ransaw took a big jump. Absolutely will be playing here. Despani, if I'm not mistaken, won Defensive Back of the Year and now is kind of relegated to not playing right now, but I'm sure Despani will find some playing time. If something were to happen to one of the safeties or if we're struggling, Despani will be the backup at both of these safety spots. I am going to have Tillery as my return man as well to utilize his speed. We got a new kicker here in Cam Hyman, has not graduated after a pretty poor year, thanks to me. So excited to bring him on, and Carroll is back as our punter. Yeah, let's take a look at LSU. Sorry for kind of the long-winded start here. Just kind of wanted to make sure you guys kind of understood where I was standing in regards to the roster. Let's come up here and let's take a look at LSU. And, of course, they are not ranked for whatever reason coming into this year. But it starts off here with Garrett Nussmeier. Super duper talented quarterback. He's a senior, has a really big arm, good accuracy. Take a look at his stats from last year. Ended up with a little over 4,100 yards, 36 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. One of the leaders in college football when it comes to the passing yardage, and scored 6 touchdowns on the ground. So a really good player there, and he has got some studs around him on the offensive side. Caden Durham is a sophomore star development running back, already at 90 overall, 93 with the boost. And that's without him getting a single touch last year, excuse me. So, got Caleb Jackson behind him, Trey Holly, and Miles Levine, who's a freshman. Definitely expecting to see all 3 of these guys, but interested to see Durham here in his first game action. Wide receiver, he's got Xavion Thomas, a smaller guy, but got excellent speed. Jelani Watkins, a smaller guy, but has excellent speed. Shelton Sampson, 6'4" with 96 speed. These guys are a problem. Chris Hilton Jr., decent size, good speed. I mean, all these guys are excellent players. It's a really good, rounded out room, even all the way down to their number 5, Callan Billiot. They have 5 guys that are already hitting that 80 overall plus mark. Let's take a look at Xavier Thomas's stats from last year. Not going to do this for everybody, but 1,000-yard receiver with 9 touchdowns. So Thomas already has that connection with Nussmeier. Be interested to see what we can do with that. And they bring back Mason Taylor, Jason Taylor's son or nephew, something like that. Former Miami Dolphin great. Kind of would have expected him to go to the NFL draft, but he comes back after a 450-plus yard season. Only scored a touchdown, though. But the weak part of this offense is the offensive line. And, of course, we got in Emory Jones, transferred in from them. So at left tackle, they're starting Bo Bordelon, a junior. Solid guy. No, not a negative there. Excuse me. Hold on one second. They have Cohen Eccles at left guard. Solid guy. DJ Chester, the good center, as a redshirt sophomore in particular. Got Kimo Makianeole at right guard. Again, solid. Pretty big drop-off here to Tyree Adams, though. So this is where Emory Smith would probably be starting for them, or else they would do the same thing we are, moving left tackle and shift the other guy over. But that's a significant drop. It's a 13 overall drop for them. So we get the biggest piece on their offensive line. The defense has a lot of youth, but it's a very talented youthful defense. We got Gabriel Relaford here at left end. Right end, got Deshaun Womack, very highly rated sophomore. I mean, you got this guy, Tyler Day. He's already an 80-plus after the boost. As a true freshman, hasn't played yet. Deion Blade, Peter Lau, Ty Francis, like all these guys are going to be just excellent players for them down the line, but they're all young as of right now. Pretty good group here at defensive tackle. Teray French, Ahmad Towery, Javier Suggs, kind of as the big 3 there, all 80-plus after the boost. Probably going to be a little difficult for us to run the ball. And then they got their Swiss Army knife here of Harold Perkins, one of the highest overall players as we head into season 2 here, up to a 95 with the boost, 93 base. Coming off a 12 tackle for loss, 5.5 sack season. Didn't really do a whole lot as far as coverage, considering he's a pass coverage tendency guy, but he's definitely more of a pass rusher for them. 99 finesse moves. He is going to be a problem. With this Tulane team, it's kind of the opposite of my Georgia team. I'm a short passer kind of in both and try to take the shots, but I'm much more like RPO screen oriented with this offense. It's kind of one of the things that I wanted to do running a double dynasty series here on YouTube is kind of make sure the offenses were different while still kind of keeping the core concepts the same. Got Devon Keys here at middle linebacker. Good player. Dustin Fra Morgan is a freshman. I mean, a lot of freshmen. They got a lot of guys in this past class on the defensive side. And that's 290 speed middle linebackers. And an 88 speed here at Adrian Pujade as their third guy. And then Demetrius Yates, their worst middle linebacker and their slowest middle linebacker, still has 87 speed. Right outside linebacker, Marcel McDuffie, Xavier Atkins, Terry Odell, and Micah Malk. Again, outside of Malk, pretty good athletes. McDuffie is the worst one, really, especially of that front. These guys are not the pass rushers of the group. These are the cover guys, for sure. If we move over to cornerback, like their wide receivers, good size, and good athletes. Ashton Stamps, is their number one. Jair Brown, Javier Taviano, J.K. Johnson, and Jawan Johnson. Got tongue-tied there with that. But pretty much all these guys have good size. Even Brown at 5'11", 177, you can work with that with his athleticism. Free safety, you move over, you have Jordan Allen, pretty good player there. Deshaun McBride and Jardin Gilbert behind him. Kylan Jackson at the other safety spot. It's a really young defense, really young. Really outside of Perkins and, a couple players here and there. I mean, it's a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Kicker for them, they have Damian Ramos and Peyton Todd. And I think operating for them as their return man is Xavier Thomas, I believe, is the punt returner. And I think Trey Holly is who they have listed as their kick returner. But just the road game for us, one of the biggest environments in college football. In the battle for Louisiana, our recruiting is off to a good start. Want to maintain that momentum, but the most important thing here is we are falling out of the top 25. We were ranked 25th coming into the season. I guess we got bumped out. I'm not saying we didn't. Some of this early ranking stuff kind of looks okay. So we are 25th. It's just not showing it for some reason. Okay. Okay, it does show it on the graphic to the right. It's just not showing it at the top left. So rivalry game. Tulane, I'm sure, has not won this matchup a whole lot. They are better than us, but we were the better team last year. I think they went something like 8-4, 8-5. But yeah, we're let's get things going. They're gonna rock. They're gonna rock with the whites. So I'm gonna rock with the greens. That way we just aren't both wearing the white jerseys. Let's get things kicked off here for year 2, the 2025 season. First matchup of the year is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as we are taking on the LSU Tigers. Super duper pumped to bring you guys this. Definitely was excited all throughout year 1, but now getting into year 2, getting the transfer guys in, seeing the changes we got along the defense, kind of start bringing in my own impact to the team. To me, this is when things really get started with these dynasties. Yeah, really looking forward. A trip to Tiger Stadium. It's like a good thing and a bad thing. Like, I'd love to play this game at night, but also don't want to deal with it at night. But yeah, we are kicking off the season. Carroll kicks it off into the end zone, and it's going to be taken out for a return. Taken down just at about the 18-yard line. We see LSU leads this 69-22. I would imagine most of Tulane's wins came a long time ago. Let's see if this new look defense can get off to a good start here against Nussmeier. First play of the game is going to be a carry that is going to Durham, the sophomore, highly rated overall guy. It's a 2 tight end set here on second down, a gain of 9 for Durham on that first carry. And it's a carry, read option. Kilgo reads it, but it is a first down there for Nussmeier. Crowd is already loud in my ears, and they're the ones on offense. It's a play action. Tries to take his shot deep. What a catch. I didn't even see who it was. What number is that player right there? Can't see it right now. It looks like it might be Jelani Watkins. A hell of a catch there, as the defensive back was in a perfect spot, and that ball almost got undercut by Kilgo, but instead does get to Xavier Thomas there. LSU driving quickly in the shotgun here. It's another play action, and that's going to get to the tight end. It's Mason Taylor. I think that was Mason Taylor, right? Makes it into the 5. LSU trying to score quickly here, a 3 tight end set. And it is going to be a run. Durham's going to take it in for his first career touchdown. LSU moves right down the field against this new Tulane defense. That was not the start the Green Wave we're looking for here. As the kick is up, and it is good for Ramos. Early 7-0 lead. Now the kickoff is away. Tillery is going to take this one for a touchback. Tulane will come out on offense for the first time at their 25. Malik Iomanner is the new toy this offense has. How quickly do they look to get him involved? This is not really going to be the place to do a whole bunch of audibling and stuff. Ty Thompson tries to set up a screen. I tried to audible to the, that's playing on the road right there. Tried to audible that to a screen or to a zone play, and it stayed with the screen. So, double stacked wide receiver set here. Crowd is very loud in my ears. Ty Thompson takes the snap, tries to get that out to Io Manor. Io Manor only able to take it for a gain of a couple of yards, and it is already a third down spot. Big thing right here is just, can you find a way to make a couple of plays to quiet this crowd? I don't know what to do here on offense. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to get that out to Williams. Williams able to make the catch, a big third down conversion. Pretty much going to have to run stock plays. Not going to be able to do a whole bunch of audibling, you know, in front of this crowd here at all. Just now a 2 tight end set here. Ty Thompson takes the snap. Because he's got the question mark, I guess it's not going to let me throw the screen there. I pressed the button 3 times, but already the second sack of the game here. Kind of weird. Thompson takes the third down snap, and he's going to get sacked by Harold Perkins. This is now a second, third, and long. Ty Thompson takes the snap, finds Io Manor up the seam. Io Manor tackled down inside the 5. A heck of a play and throw there by Ty Thompson and his new target as wide receiver 1, the transfer from Stanford. Io Manor takes that for a huge 64-yard play. Not the best throw from Thompson. A nice adjustment and a catch and run afterwards. Down at the 5, Tulane looking to knot it up. It's a direct snap to Hughes. Touchdown, Tulane. As Hughes scores the first touchdown of the 2024 season for the Green Wave. What a 3rd and 10 completion to set Tulane up for the score there. And Hyman out for his first field goal. It is up and it is good, and we are tied at 7. That was an interesting first drive there on offense. As Carroll is out to kick it away. See if this one is also returned. It is, and it should not have been. Cutting him down at the 11. That, of course, did not slow down Nussmeier in this offense at all on the last possession. This is going to be a draw. Durham gets a lot of rushing room there. Excellent blocking up front. They don't seem like they're missing Emory Jones at all. Who's going to make the first big play here for the defense? It's another carry. Cut down by Chris Rogers, but it's a gain of 3. Aiden Durham already been heavily involved in this one after not getting a carry in his first year on campus. And it's going to be another carry out there to him as Kilgo gets blocked up almost by his own cornerback out there. Ransaw able to bring Durham down. Kilgo had the read. It would have been a matter of making the tackle in the open field. Pistol set, 2 tight ends. It's a power run down by Mekhi Williams. Williams has his warts in pass coverage, but is an excellent run stopper. Nussmeier, it's a carry again, wrapped up by Chris Rogers, a gain of 7, or excuse me, gain of 3, makes it a 3rd and 7. Trey Holly on the carry. off to Mason Taylor, wrapped up by Rogers and Kilgo. And LSU is going to have to punt. Tulane able to make a play. The punt is away. Lewis back on the return. Lewis takes that up past the 20. And Ty Thompson and this offense are back out there. It's a double stacked wide receiver look. Going to be a handoff to Hughes, but he is shut down there quickly. Let's see what the number was. Number 98. That is Ahmad Towery on the play. Number 7, ranked hardest stadium to play. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to get that into Manor, who does make the catch. Aya Manor makes a 5-yard catch there. Third and 5. Thompson looking for a conversion. He takes the snap. They set up the screen. Hughes doesn't wait for the blockers. Gets wrapped up there, and they will have to punt this one away. Neither quarterback has thrown an incompletion yet. We are already past the first quarter now. Tulane going to have to punt this one away. Unless, do they have the, I kind of hate that I'm doing this in front of you guys. We're gonna fake this. Might seem crazy. We got this, and that gets blown up in the backfield. I've run that one time, and it worked for like 40 yards. So, tried to be aggressive there. Probably should not have, of course. Looking back on it now, Durham gets the first carry there and gets excellent blocking. Durham takes that inside the 10 to the 5. And now the fake punt really hurts you. So it was a 4th and short, trying to make a play there, be aggressive. I really don't know how much we're going to stop this offense as Nussmeier has to throw that ball away. 2nd and goal. But yeah, I run that play one time and went for like 45 yards or something. I may have ran it in this series. This is going to be a carry to Durham. He is going to get stuffed at the 1. Kilgo and Rogers. It's going to be a run again. Durham gets stopped by Kilgo as he tries to dive into the end zone. Oh my goodness, what a play from the freshman Kilgo. Let's look at this again. Boom. What a hit. Yeah, that's a good thumbnail right here. That's the epitome of what I'm hoping to accomplish. Be aggressive. Let's be physical in this matchup. The field goal is up. We gave them the short field. They took advantage of it, but just for a field goal. Trying to get it up the field here. That's Preen taking up past the 20. All right, boys. Three wide receiver set. Sim Preston in motion. He's going to take this one, cuts it up the field. Didn't want to try to deal with Perkins going around the edge there. Taking for a gain of 4. Three wide receiver set. Thompson takes the snap. Gets this out to Preston again. Tries to spin his way. Taking for a gain of 4 again. Sets up a 3rd and 2. Four wide receiver set. Thompson, it's a carry for Hughes, who gets up the field. Gets the first down. stressed out in this game. Thompson takes the snap. He's just going to dump this one off to Preen. Runs out of bounds after the first down gain there. The defense really backed off on that play, set up the drag perfectly. Thompson. It's now another carry to Hughes. Tries to outrun. Number 42 there is unable to do so. I'm sorry, I don't have number 42 in my notes. I don't know who that player is, unfortunately. Yeah, somehow. Don't have that name. Ty Thompson takes the snap. He's going to get this one to Mario Williams with the pressure. Wasn't able to hold on to it as long as he would like to. It's a 3rd and 4 again. Thompson with a 4 wide receiver set. Takes the snap. Nope, 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 nope. Intercepted. Picked off there by McDuffie. Knew that one as soon as I threw it. Ty Thompson's first interception of the season happens in game 1. Pistol set here for Nussmeier. It's a carry to Durham, who gets outstanding blocking, makes a move on Tillery. Some bad pursuit angles there by the Tulane defense. Can't believe I threw that ball in that spot. I tried to look for the out route on the left side, came back. Just a bad decision. This is a pass out to the left side. Xavier Thomas on the catch from Nussmeier. Tulane now again in a bad spot. It's a 2 tight end set. Durham in the backfield. It's a pass. That one knocked away. Agu maybe could have made an interception on that. It's now a 3rd and 2. And it is a run. And he is shut down. Mekhi Williams. Told y'all he was a good run defender. Came up there and made a play. LSU going to have to kick a field goal again. The kick is up and it is good. Okay. I'm not playing very well on offense. The crowd certainly has its effects on what you can do from a hot route and audible and perspective. Preen takes that up to the 21. All right. See what we can draw up here. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to try to fit that one into Preston, but it's knocked away. Empty set here again. Thompson takes the snap. Oh, what a nice play by a Manor there on that reception. Good anticipatory throw there from Thompson. This one's a handoff. Hughes, the offensive line right now is not getting to the second level. That is going to be a problem. God dang it, dude. Thompson has to take the snap. He's being rushed. Throws that one on the run. Io Manor again with a huge play. Takes that all the way inside the LSU 30. They tried to send pressure up the middle. We are now at the 2-minute warning. Tulane in position to score. What a play. Can I take a look at that replay again? So, got that instant. I didn't know whether or not Hughes was going to get that block. I started running. He obviously didn't hold it very long, but look at Ty Thompson, the touch on that. Io Manor already making big plays here. Thompson takes the snap. They set up the screen. Hughes breaks that tackle, but gets taken down. A loss of 4 there. Excellent play by Keys, the defense there, to make a stop there. Was hoping to get a block. We didn't get it. He lived to fight another down. Thompson takes the snap. Gonna roll out. Finds Iomanner again. Iomanner cutting it inside the 10. The Stanford transfer making his impact early on in this one. First and goal from the 7. A minute and a half left here in the first half. Thompson's going to let the clock run down a little bit. It's a halfback direct to Hughes, who takes it down inside the 5. Still with this 4 wide receiver set. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to get sacked. Errol Perkins' second sack of the day. Two wide receivers to the left here. Thompson takes the snap. They try to set up the screen to Mario Williams, shut down quickly. Tulane's going to have to punt it away. Or excuse me, kick the field goal. Hyman's first big kick. I don't know what more I'm supposed to do on that. That looked like it was plenty far enough over to make that kick. 13-7, LSU lead. And that's a touchdown. Down the sideline to Durham. Somehow ended up on the free safety to start the play. LSU has scored a long touchdown there to Caden Durham down the sideline. Catches the secondary napping. Just runs right past everybody for a touchdown. What's season 2 without a little adversity here in the first game? Come back from worse. Not in front of this crowd, but we've come back from worse. Lewis, big speed. Lewis, get out of there. Lewis takes it all the way past the 35 to the 37. All right, so we back. So 3 wide receiver set here. Thompson takes the snap. Throws an interception. Picked off by Jordan Allen. Tried to fit the ball into a really tight spot. He was unable to do so. LSU now looking to make this a first half blowout. That one picked the ball off, guys. 3 guys there. Nussmeier gets away with a throw that Ty Thompson did just not get away with. Empty set. Going to try to take that. That ball is thrown out of bounds. Try to take the deep shot to the running back there again. Empty set. Going to throw this one down the field. Knocked away. Should have been picked off. LSU's going to have to punt it away. That one's going to go out of the end zone. There's not but 2 seconds left. Do they even really try to set anything up here? Thompson takes the snap. Tries to set up a screen. Not enough blocking there, but it does go for nice yardage. 2 first half interceptions from Thompson. A fake punt that did not go Tulane's way. Defense is holding on fairly well. Had a busted coverage on the Durham touchdown catch down the sideline. And Durham's had a couple of really good run plays, but the defense has made a couple of very nice stops on 3rd downs. One of the biggest plays of the game so far has been Kilgo stopping Durham after the fake punt to kept them out of the end zone, forced a field goal, or this would be looking at a 24-7 deficit to try to overcome, but I got to figure something out on offense. like from a personal gamer perspective, I'm not as good with this playbook as I am with Georgia's, which is partially on me through kind of the way that I scheme these things. These guys, not quite as in my bag as I am in the Georgia one, but get this second half rolling, guys. Empty set to start it off. Thompson takes the snap. Gonna get this one quickly to Preston. Gets a gain of 9 there. Hey, one play at a time. It's a handoff to Hughes. Hughes is going to get the first down. Four wide receiver set here again. Want to get this one to Preston, able to run after the catch. It's a little bit of a block, a little bit of blocking. Takes that for a gain of 9. Thompson's thrown 3 incompletions, and 2 of them have been intercepted. Thompson, it's a run to Hughes. Get him up the field, and he does, gets the first down. Tulane playing with a purpose coming out of the locker room. Thompson takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Hughes. Able to get around one defender, takes that. Somehow just a gain of 3. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to fit this to an Io Manor. Takes it for a big first down there. 160 yards for the first game transfer. Thompson sends Hughes in motion. He's going to dump that off to Hughes. Gets just enough blocking, takes that for a big first down gain of about 16 or so. Oh, I thought the defensive player there was going to cut that off. Got just enough of a block from Preston. 3 wide receiver set. It's a carry. Harold Perkins blows it up. Also 1 there on the carry for Hughes. Now a 3 wide receiver set here for Thompson. Tay tries to dump it off, and Hughes can't catch it. Would have had room to go. Sets up a 3rd and long. Harold Perkins dealing with an injury. We needed that one, guys. Thompson takes the snap. Io Manor again goes for the first down and gets out of bounds. Huge 3rd down conversion. Two tight end set here. Mario Williams in motion. He gets the touch pass. Doesn't get the block on the outside from Bauman that he needed. Just a gain of 3. I don't know what I want to do here. 3 wide receiver set. Harold Perkins back out there. It's a run to Hughes. Hughes gets in the end zone. Tulane comes out with a strong second half response to put themselves back in this game. 2 touchdowns on the day for Hughes. Missed field goal now fairly looming large, as it would be a 20-17 game. LSU's had 1 real touchdown drive. They scored on a long pass play. I somehow started off on the safety, and I think really caused that to spring for a huge, obviously, touchdown. Other than that, I mean, the defense is not playing bad. It's a 3 wide receiver set. It goes to Durham. wrapped up by Ransall, one of the best players on this entire roster. Now a 3 wide receiver set. Mason Taylor in the slot. Going to be a play action, easily dumped off there for a first down. That one going to Watkins. Ioman's stat line is insane. 3 wide receiver set. It's a pass. Thought Chris Rogers had that one picked off, but does fall for an incompletion. 4 wide set out of the pistol. Durham with a nice run. Makes it a 3rd and 3 now. Nussmeier's gotten away with a couple of throws in this game that Ty Thompson has not gotten away with. That's a big difference right now in this game. That's a pass out to the left, knocked away. Who was that? I got to see who made that play. That's a heck of a defensive play there. What is it doing? Altus Smith, our highest zone coverage player on the team there, makes a hell of a play. LSU's going to have to punt. That's exactly, and a bad punt at that. This is exactly the start that we have been looking for here for Tulane to start this second half. Iomanner comes in motion. It's a jet pass out to him. Spins around the first guy. Takes that for a gain of 9. What am I doing here? 2nd and 1. Thompson calls an audible. It's a handoff to Hughes, gets up the middle. Gets the 2 yards needed there. We have not seen like any of Clayton Johnson here. Let's get him a snap. Clayton Johnson was outstanding last year as the running back 2, and he gets a carry. Makes that just for a gain of 2. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to try to scramble out. He's just going to pick up what he can. Slides down. It's a first down. Ty Thompson. Offense that's playing with purpose right now. 4 wide receiver set. It's a handoff to Hughes. Able to get that back inside to utilize the block from Hurst. Makes it a 2nd and 5 now. I'm out with this double stack set again. Clayton Johnson in the backfield. It's a carry to him stuffed. It's going to be a 3rd and 6. Into the 3rd quarter. Heading into the 4th. LSU up 20-14. Tulane trying to get a massive 3rd down conversion here. What a game this has been. Nussmeier's gotten away with some throws, man. Thompson's got 2 interceptions. It is an empty set. Thompson takes the snap. Going to get his man Iomanner again. 10 catches, 198 yards. He apparently didn't like the play style at Stanford. He's got to like it here. Mario Williams gets the snap. Mario Williams with the speed. Gets around the edge, tries to spin around the defender, takes that for a first down. It's been kind of a struggle to get him the ball consistently in this one. That was a nice play. Showed the good patience to make sure Ballman got the block there on the edge. Less than 10 minutes left in this game. Ballman sent in motion. It's a handoff to Hughes. Hughes up the middle, jukes him out. Finds the end zone. Tie game. Mekhi Hughes, 3 touchdowns in this one. So many big plays made by different guys. Obviously, Thompson, Iamaner have had an excellent start to this season. Mario Williams just made a big play on the jet pass. But Mekhi Hughes, the juke and speed to get to the outside, has found the end zone 3 times. And Tulane takes their first lead of the day with just under 10 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff is away. It almost looks like a hold there, ref. 21-20. Tulane has gotten 0 sacks, 0 turnovers. And yet, they are leading. It's a carry to Durham. It's brought down by Chris Rogers and Michael Lunds. 2nd and 8. It's a carry again to Durham. He is tackled by Kilgo in the hole. 3rd and 8. Elijah Kilgo, a name to watch out for here in this young season. Kilgo and Rogers both on fire. It's a 3rd and 8. It's a play action. Oh, and a hell of a throw. What a pass from Nussmeier. Is that really on the catch? It was. The 5th wide receiver. 3 wide receiver set here. It's a pass out, knocked away by Tillery. 2nd and 10. Coach Brown sweating on the sidelines right now. It's another play action pass. Gonna dump this one off to Billy, who steps out of bounds to 3rd and 5. 3 wide receivers set here. Xavier Thomas to the left with Taylor. Oh, and he finds the hole. Billy it again. Ah, dang it. Feel like we took away the inside one, but not that one. It's an RPO. They got it. Oh, well, really nice play there by Magruder, trying to earn more snaps after a lot of these other quarterbacks had excellent off seasons. It's another RPO. Excellent blocking there on the outside. Flipped upside down by Ransall, but it's a first down for Mason Taylor on the RPO. Don't see the RPO to the tight end a lot. I do respect it. Nussmeier. It's a play action. Has to throw that one away right as he was about to get sacked. So I believe that was Wiggins on the contact. Yes, it was. It's a run. Durham gets a good run, breaks the tackle. It's a 3rd and 5 now. My Lord, it would be nice to get a turnover. Do they try to run this little spacing play again? They do. And instead, he goes to the left side. Xavier Thomas gets the first down. Tulane defense is fighting for their lives. Less than 5 minutes left in this one. Empty set. It's a pass out to Thomas again. Tackled immediately by Lewis. Gain of 8. It's going to be a carry to Durham, who gets met by both the linebackers, Rogers and Kilgo. 3rd and 2. We now see Caleb Jackson out there with Nussmeier. It's a pass. It's going to be dumped off to Jackson. Spins or jukes past one defender. It is now at the 1. Can Tulane possibly get another goal line stop here? Durham is stopped on this play. Holy cow. That was Michael Ivory on the tackle. It's a play action, and it's caught for a touchdown. No. Goes to Mac Markway, the 3rd tight end out of that goal line set. Tulane went after the running back. Nussmeier just barely able to find a spot to throw it to. Guys all around it. And they're going to go for 2 here. This could potentially be a huge play. It's a pass. And he is going to be sacked by Ransolph. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. Green takes the kick. Thought he had a lane there. Tulane starts at the 20. Thompson takes the snap, dumps that one off to Ballman, who does not hang on. Empty set. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to throw that up to Mario Williams, who comes down with it at the 35. We will get to the 2-minute warning. Tulane trying to find a touchdown here. Thompson hits his deep ball to Mario Williams. If he throws that 2 yards farther, that's a touchdown. 2 minutes left, all 3 timeouts. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to try to dump this one off to Hughes. It's dropped. That's fine. I'll take that. We're okay. We're okay. A minute 57 left. 4 tight ends on the field. Thompson takes the snap. They set up the screen to Hughes. Doesn't get a lot of blocking, but is able to maneuver around the defender enough to get the first down. Minute 40. Thompson takes the snap and goes to Hughes. Gain of 2. Thompson with the 4 wide again. Takes the snap. He's gonna dump this one to Mario Williams right before he gets hit. Mario Williams. With a solid gain there. 3rd and inches. Obviously 4th down territory. It's a direct snap to Hughes, who gets the first down. Just plow straight ahead. They're at the 8. 58 seconds left. Shady Clayton Johnson in the game now. Thompson letting this clock run down a little bit. It's a handoff to Clayton Johnson. Clayton Johnson down to the 2. Hughes back out there. He's found the end zone 3 times today. Thompson letting this clock run down. Takes the snap. Hughes stuffed at the 1. Tulane will use a timeout. Seconds left. 2 tight end set. Mario Williams in motion. Mario Williams is going to take it into the end zone. Tulane has taken the lead. With very little time left, they give the ball on the jet pass. Let Mario Williams, their best player from last year, make a play. 27-26, 9 seconds left on the clock. Tulane trying to go for 2 here. It's a carry. Hughes gets in there again. At least saves him from the potential field goal. Up 3 with 9 seconds left. They're going to kick this one deep. Tackle down. LSU is going to have to go 82 yards in 6 seconds. They should have used some of their timeouts, but they didn't. So, see, heaves this one down the field. Knocked out of bounds, and Tulane has gotten a huge victory here in Baton Rouge to start off the 2025 season. What a game. What a finish. What a second half comeback. Ty Thompson, through the adversity, continued to make plays. Io Manor with a humongous debut. Oh my goodness, what a second half that was for the Green Wave. Tulane shows they are a force to be reckoned with here. 29-26. Oh, let's take a look at the stats. Ty Thompson, 28 of 34, 365 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Both of them, I mean, I'll just say it, they're my fault, trying to make a play. The second one in particular, trying to squeeze that one into Io Manor on that throw. It is what it is. I like to throw that deep in. It just, like, I always felt like I have good timing with it. They were just in a little bit too good a position. I should have never made that throw. But 1 reception, 2 picks, still was, I'll say, he was outstanding. I mean, he was great. He was outstanding. Mekhi Hughes, 17 carries, 73 yards, 3 trips into the end zone. Thompson with negative rushing yards, but did have one big second or third down scramble that turned into a first down conversion. Shady Clayton Johnson, 3 carries, just 5 yards. And Io Manor, 10 catches, 198 yards. He had just over 650 in the entire last season. He's almost a third of the way there with 1 game with Tulane. He's got to be happy with his decision. Mario Williams, 8 catches, 88 yards, and the game-winning touchdown. Hughes, 5 catches, 37 yards out of the backfield. Preston, 4 for 26. Preen, 1 for 16. Barnes, -2. I'm exhausted. Elijah Kilgo here. Now, if we look at the grand scheme of things, the play of the game was him stopping Durham at the goal line. Let me see if I can pull that up. That was in the second quarter, maybe. Let's see if I can. I don't know where exactly that was. So I can't pull it up, but that's the play. 3rd and goal at the 1. Caden Durham. I try out. It's the thumbnail picture. I promise. Tries to make a play to score. He dives in the end zone. Him and Kilgo meet, and Kilgo is able to turn him to his side so he does not fall in the end zone. That's the play of the game. Because if not, then their extra 4 points they would have gotten from that would have made this a 1-point loss for Tulane. Kilgo with 10 tackles, a tackle for loss. Ransall 7, Rogers 7, Brylan Green, the transfer in, had 5. Let's take a look if there's any. Not really a whole bunch of. Quincy Wiggins with a 2-tackle performance. Did get some pressure, just wasn't able to get to Nussmeier. Williams and Kilgo, the only 2 guys with tackles for loss. No sacks, no interceptions. Smith with a couple of really big pass deflections. McGee had one as well. Tillery had a big one, and Rogers had one as well. Nussmeier played really well, got away with some throws that should have been intercepted for sure, but, they didn't. Nussmeier was 16 of 26, 252 yards and a touchdown. And how they did not get the ball to Durham at all as a freshman is insane. 18 carries, 125 yards, and a score. Let's take a look and see what he did in the passing game. Oh, wait. 1 catch, 80 yards, and a touchdown. It was a busted coverage play, but still, he made the play. He made the catch and easily outran the defense. Xavier Thomas, 4 for 40. Billiot, 3 for 33. All of those came on one drive, like in a 4 or 5 play span, including the drop that he had. Mason Taylor, 3 for 33. Watkins, 2 for 53. Markway, 1 for 1. Jackson, 1 for 9. Hilton, 1 for 3. Stamps, 9 tackles. McDuffie, 8 with an interception. Brown, 7 tackles. Keys, 7 for the tackle for loss. Relaford, 6 with 2 tackles for loss and a half sack. Singleton, 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss and a sack. Harold Perkins, a 5 tackle, 3 tackle for loss, 2 sack performance. And Allen and McDuffie come away with the interceptions, but it's Tulane that came down from a 20-7 deficit at halftime. I'm frustrated. They're frustrated. We come out on top. A huge second half, a big fourth quarter. Mario Williams scored with 8 seconds left to win the game. Just an excellent. Let's take a look at this. Just the last handful of plays here. So let's see. Nussmeier gets the touchdown here. So after the kickoff, we had a pass got knocked away, 46, big completion to Mario Williams, left him in one-on-one coverage. Ty Thompson could have made a better throw, but he made a good enough one for Mario to come down with it. A pass knocked away, 11-yard screen, a 2-yard run, another pass over to Mario Williams on the end, 6-yard run from Mekhi Hughes, a 5-yard carry for Clayton Johnson, a 2-yard carry from Mekhi Hughes, put us at the 1-yard line. And Ty Thompson, Mario Williams, technically a 0-yard touchdown, but a 1-yard touchdown with 11 seconds left. Let's just take a second look at that. What a game. Had to make the decision. Mario Williams just quick enough to get that one in. Let's go. Outstanding first game. Big time first game there. Let's advance the week. Ah, man, what a game from him coming in for first time dressing up in the green. Recruiting's going extremely well. How did we drop championship contender with a win on the road at LSU? We moved up and we dropped down. So we have another bye week here after week 1. Um, so we'll take a look at the scores for this week. We'll go ahead and advance. I'll do quick recruiting if there's anything I really need to do. So yeah, let's take a look at the scores here first. As we have got, go back to week 1. Top 25, we have Virginia Tech by 1 point over South Carolina in an upset. Well, I guess it would not be technically an upset since they were at home, but a big, huge matchup to start the season there. Oregon over Florida, Maryland over FAU, Penn State over Nevada, Michigan over New Mexico. Rutgers barely beats Ohio. Indiana beats Old Dominion, who we played in the Frisco Bowl this past season. UTSA continues to play really well in this series. Go to A&M and upset the Aggies 31-20. As we know, that's a good football team. Kansas goes to UAB and gets a shootout win, 49-47. Tennessee over the Royals. Syracuse upsets Miami 23-17. Alabama blasts Florida State in Tallahassee 57-38. Kentucky survives Toledo by 1 point. Georgia over Louisville. Utah over the Pandas. And Kansas State beats UCF. See what kind of recruiting I may have. It says I'm already using all my points, I guess. Okay, we'll just keep things. So yeah, we've already got Jalen Waddle committed instantly. I need 3 quarterbacks going after. I did drop one guy because we're in the lead. 2 4-star gems. But yeah, Waddle, he's got the bust, but he's a solid, looks really good player. 85 speed, 91 arm. The accuracies are all in a good spot. If we didn't get these guys, he would pretty much be a day 1 starter. Looks like we're going to get Chin here as an improviser. Similar speed, similar arm, a little bit more accuracy, good throw on the run. And Fasano is definitely more of the straight drop back passer to an extent, but does still have 80 speed, 94 arm power. He's got a big arm. Not a great throw on the run guy, but the accuracies are all in a good spot already. Running back, we're going after this guy's the number 1 running back in the country. He liked us from jump. He's a Louisiana kid. I know he's a 5-star. We're at the 3.5-star mark. We finished in the top 25 like 3 times now in the last 4 years or something. Top 25 now. I'm going after him. Really good player. I think I could definitely make use of him. And then we got this guy named Cordell Finnerty. Kind of a good compliment. Obviously got some decent speed, but kind of lacks the acceleration, but a really good compliment to what Browning could potentially bring to us. Wide receiver got 3 4-stars. There are 2 4-stars that really loved us, but we also have Trey Bueno, 99 speed. Caught my eye immediately. 5-star, the number 2 wide receiver in the country. Had us at like number 4 or something. I don't remember exactly to start off with. We were very high. We are leading him heavy. And obviously with 99 speed, that speed is bueno. Pun intended. Amari Muhammad's a 4-star bust, but has some good tools. Paul Morton's a 4-star bust, but also has some good tools. I mean, I'm still not at a level where it's like I don't want 4-star busts. I want the best players that I can get. Offensive tackle, we're really trying to make a move here for Rob Hubbard, using a lot of almost all the points that I can use on him. Trying to hold off Miami there. It's showing 0% scouted, but I have scouted him, as you can see with the gym there as well. Killing it for this guy here out of Florida as well. I've got to get another guard or another tackle, one or the other, but trying to get those guys, and then I'll just kind of pick and choose a different person for depth. Going after these guys on the defensive line, looking pretty solid for these guys. That LSU matchup for him is going to be tough, but taking a guy right here in Burnett coming right out of LSU's backyard would be nice. All these guys are pretty good players, even with the bust. Tag on them. Looking good for these defensive tackles. I'm losing a bunch of them this year. Need at least 3. Outside linebacker, we're looking okay for both of these guys. I've definitely moved up a rank in my recruiting. So last year filled with had 3 4-stars in last year's class before we got to the transfer portal additions. trying to now make a push to, like, if I have 5 stars that really want to be there, but I'm trying to get 4-star players. The 3-star guys are guys that you end up having to, like, you know, give them some time with the way this roster is built kind of after next year. I don't necessarily have that time, and I'm not trying to have too many years of, like, I'm okay with having transition years from, you know, I got a bunch of starters that are now gone, but have talented guys behind them. I'm not trying to sit here and have rosters that I have 2 good seasons, then I drop down, and it hurts the school attributes and stuff that you need for recruiting. So got some good linebackers here. We're in a good spot right now for all of them. No corners again, too young in that room. Really trying to push for this 4-star free safety. We got a couple of freshmen last year in that, but could potentially move one of them over to strong safety, where I think I actually have a need, but there was no real, I do need free safeties, but no real strong safeties are standing out to me right now. And with the hours that I already have, like, allotted, you just kind of have to go with it. I'm now hoping that this Chin guy decides to commit here pretty soon. Would love that. It'd be great. So I'm going to keep pushing for these quarterbacks regardless, but just to open up some hours. If I can get any of these guys that I'm investing a lot of hours in, that would be great. We'll keep that as is. We'll advance forward. See if we do happen to get a commitment. That'd be awesome to get 1-2 weeks in. We do not, but we are first for a whole lot, and a whole lot of people are ready to visit, and I don't have any hours available to do it. Stadium atmosphere is up. That's good. Kind of one of our weaker things. Up to number 17 in the country now. So let's take a look at what happened after the bye week in the top 25. So we had Louisville over JMU, Oklahoma over Michigan in a good matchup, but it was definitely an upset. Maryland big over Northern Illinois. Clemson loses to Troy. Excuse me, I read that backwards for some reason at first. Big upset there. Alabama over UL Monroe. UTSA continues to win. Tennessee over Kentucky, getting their redemption. I believe they lost to Kentucky last year. Army upsets Kansas State. Okay. Kansas loses at Missouri. Penn State over FCS Midwest. Liberty barely over FCS East. Oklahoma State upsets Oregon 39-35. Virginia Tech over Vanderbilt in a defensive slugfest. Indiana's up to number 6 in the country. Beats FCS Northwest. I guess I kind of missed that somehow last week. Okay. Florida State over Wake Forest. Notre Dame with a big win. Miami is still ranked 16th at 0-2. But 2 tough losses for them. UCF over the Royals. USC over Georgia Southern. Take a look. Well, we've only played 1 game. Y'all have seen the stats. But, yeah, the next time I catch y'all, we'll be taking on Duke. We're getting this game at home. I'll see if there's some maneuvering I can maybe do when it comes to the recruiting to try to get some of these guys in on visits. But really, really fun first game. Thank you guys. We're right at the 83-minute mark now on this recording. So almost at an hour and a half. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Was very excited to get this one recorded. Really wanted to take a chance to play LSU. Good to see the first time we play them. It's an exciting game, but we're the ones that came out on top. If you're enjoying the content, like and subscribe. Check out my Georgia Dynasty. Click through the playlist for this and watch it. The first episode, so I do live commentary. I'm not super computer skillful. And the first episode in this Dynasty, my commentary somehow did not record. So that's why there's no sound there. But it was against an FCS team, so I didn't want to completely go through everything again and have to do all the recruiting and stuff. I notated it in there, but just in case you do find this video first and go all the way back, that's kind of what we got there. But check out the Georgia Dynasty as well. That's doing very well on the channel. And, yeah, big win here to start year 2. And thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time.